What's up, everybody? I'm Tommy, and welcome to the Tommy Clan YouTube channel. And today, we're going to be discussing the 5 features of my 2019 Ford Fusion Hybrid. We're going to be discussing the features that I use the least. So, to start things off, I got this car a little over a year ago, and I've been pretty much in love with it ever since I got it. I did have a 2016 Fusion SE, regular model before this. And I've loved that car too. I upgraded to the hybrid, and I got a few other features. If you want to see my review videos on my Ford Fusion, click up above. I'll be making a playlist, and I'll be leaving a card up above. So let's get started into this video. So the feature that I use on my car the least is definitely going to be the car's
tool player that may be of a leg. And there's two.
It's definitely going to be the car's navigation, and I definitely use that the least because I'm always using Apple CarPlay, and even when I do that, I use that only a little bit. I only use it if I don't know where I'm going. So I usually just use Waze or something, and it pops up on there. And I'd never use the car's navigation. I think I've maybe used it once or twice. And honestly, Waze is just so much better, and that's why I use that. And plus, my phone is always plugged in, which leads me into my next thing that I use the least. And the next one is going to be the car's Bluetooth. And when I first got the Bluetooth in my other Ford Fusion, I was always using it. I loved it. It's very great, just pop in the car, bam, it's synced, the music's going. But with this car, especially that it has Apple CarPlay, I'm always plugging in my phone. Number one, to keep it at a full charge. Number two, the Apple CarPlay. Number 3, I just like the ability, all the functionality that I get from it. I just think it's a lot better than the regular car's navigation. And so which leads me to my next point. And my next point the button that I use the least, if not ever, I've only used this once, and whenever it snows and I'm on like a hill or something. And that is going to be the park button. The park button / emergency brake. So that button I pretty much don't use at all, as I just said. I don't really use it because I don't really have the need or the use of it because I just put the car into park with the transmission, and then it ain't moving. It's not going to be moving anywhere else. So that's pretty much why I don't use the park button. It's kind of stupid, but I just don't use it. Even, in the other 2 cars I've had, emergency brakes, I didn't use that either. So now, my next one is going to be, which is right above me, the sunroof. As you see, my sunroof is closed, and that's how it always is. I very rarely open it. If I do open it, it's like that. I've never opened it where it's all the way open like this, even though I probably should, because it is a cool feature of the car. But I just don't really do it. Because whenever I'm always on the highway with this car, I don't really like that wind sound. And plus, I'm usually listening to a book or listening to like a podcast or a regular talk radio, sports radio, and I just don't like that wind sound. But it is a pretty nice feature to have, and if you do have the option of getting it and it doesn't really cost you that much extra, it's definitely pretty cool to have. But it's usually 95% of the time it is closed. But I don't ever close the top, but I do like the look out of it, and the tint is pretty nice on top, and it doesn't really bother me. So my next and final function that I don't use at all in my car, and I very rarely use it, and there is an exact reason why I don't use it, and that is going to be the car's cruise control, which is all functionality is on the left side of your steering wheel. And the reason why I don't use that is because whenever, as I mentioned earlier, I do mostly drive on the highway. This car, 97% of this car's miles are highway miles. And the reason why I don't use it, because I feel like I get tired, like I start to fall asleep, and that's not safe. We can't be falling asleep while driving. So it's definitely not safe at all, and that's why I don't ever use cruise control. It's a really cool feature because as with this button right here, as you can see, this button right here basically kind of gives you control of how far you want your car to be from another car. So, and let's say the car in front of you speeds up, your car here will slow down, and then once it speeds back up, this car will pick up and go back up to the speed you have it set at. And you can also control how fast your car is going with the functionality button as well. So this is kind of like a quick little video I thought of the other day, and I thought it'd be kind of cool to make because there are features that I definitely don't use, and these are definitely them. Another one I don't use is technically my lights because they're always on automatic, but that's a feature that I'm still using. It's just I don't flip a button because there's automatic lights and automatic high beams on here. And so I thought that was a kind of a fun short video to do. And I thought you guys would be interested about it. I'm probably going to make another video of the features that I use the most. So definitely stay tuned to that. So that wraps up today's short car video. If you like this video and you want to see other videos like these, definitely consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. And also, if you really enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit that like button. It helps the channel grow. And with that being said, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day and stay safe with the coronavirus out there. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.